One of the most fundamental skills in soccer is being able to control the ball. So in today's video, we are going over 5 mistakes soccer players make while controlling the ball. What's up, guys? It's Dave here from SimplySoccer, where we're helping you to improve your game and stand out on the pitch. And on this channel, we release daily soccer tip, technique, and training videos, all designed to help you improve as a player. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so you don't miss any new videos that we release. Now in this one, I want to give you 5 mistakes to avoid when it comes to controlling the ball. Now some of these you may have heard of, but there are other nuanced things you may have not thought about that can help you to control the ball better and be more effective with your control in matches. Alright, so this first one I just want to get out of the way first because I know you know this, but you just need reminding. Make sure you're practicing this area often. Ball control is not a specialized skill. It is a fundamental skill that every single player needs. It's a skill you could always get better at, and it's a skill you should always be practicing. Okay, and mistake number 2 is not getting your body behind the ball when you go to control it. I'll see many times that players go to reach for the ball or kind of stick their leg out to control the ball instead of getting their body behind it. Now, sometimes you just need to react. The ball's moving so fast that you can't get your body behind it. But a lot of the time, the ball will be coming out of the air. There'll be plenty of time for you to get your body behind it, and the situation will allow you to do so, and players will still be reaching for it or be trying to control it in a more difficult way than they need to. Now this won't apply to every situation where you go to control the ball, but you don't need to make it harder on yourself than it needs to be. Yes, it might be more impressive to pluck the ball out of the air with your toe first time, but it's more effective and you're less prone to make an error or less likely to make an error using your chest in that situation, for example. Okay, so the third mistake that I see is not using your first touch effectively. Even if you take a good first touch, you may not be taking the right kind of first touch. For example, you might need to touch the ball in a certain direction to take advantage of the space ahead of you. Maybe you don't need to do that. Maybe you need to touch it in a certain way to shield the ball. How you take your first touch is incredibly important. It's not just going to come down to your ability to take a good first touch. It also takes a little bit of thinking to realize what first touch you need to be taking for whatever situation you're in. When you get to the higher levels and you're playing on better and better teams, the game gets faster and faster and faster, meaning you have to take advantage of everything you can. That means if you don't take a good first touch, you're going to be closed down quicker and not be able to do certain things. For example, maybe you have space on the wing and the ball's lofted out to you, and if you take a first touch down the wing, you'll be able to attack the defender. But if you take a first touch into your defeat, the defender can come close you down and suddenly that space is cut off. It's just simple, nuanced things like this that can make a huge difference. Fourth mistake is players not utilizing every part of their body that they can use within the rules of the game. Now for me, I'm just going to focus on the feet, the thighs, and the chest, and sometimes the head. But you want to be using the body part that is going to be most effective in this situation. For example, if the ball's at chest height, and again, you move away and try and use your foot when you could use your chest, that's not effective. You can utilize your chest in that situation in order to make it easier on yourself and bring the ball under control better. Now again, to do this, you need to get good at controlling the ball with every part of your body. You look at any professional player, and one thing they can do, they can control it with their chest. They can, control it with their chest in the direction they want to go. They can control it with both of their thighs, the inside and outside and top of their feet. So make sure you are competent at controlling the ball with every part of your body, because you want to be able to use that part of your body when the situation calls for it. If you have to compensate and use a certain part of your body when it would be better to use a different part, then you're just going to struggle, probably take a bad touch, or take a lot of time to get the ball to your feet. And here is the last mistake I'm going to leave you with for this list, and it's taking too many touches. Like I said, the higher level you play at, the faster it's going to be. So if you take too much time to get the ball under control, you're going to be closed down, you could potentially lose the ball, and many of the situations and opportunities available to you if you controlled it quicker will now no longer be available. Think about it. If the ball is switched to you in the air and you bring it down to your chest and then right to your feet right away, you have more options than if you take a touch on your chest and a couple on your thighs and then a couple on your feet. Because even though that only takes a couple more seconds, in that time you could be closed down. In that time, the run one of your players made will be ineffective. In that time, the whole game and whole display of the field could have changed. Things change in football so often, so you want to be controlling the ball as quickly as possible. And again, this is what the top professionals do. You see them when they take their first touch, they already know what they want to do. You know, they are really effective with their first touch and their control. They bring it down to their feet as quickly as possible if the situation calls for that. So make sure you keep that in mind when you're controlling the ball. Try and do it quickly. Now, don't do it so quickly that you're miscontrolling the ball. Just keep it in your head. You want to usually, as a rule, get the ball down to your feet as quickly as possible. But of course, certain situations will call for something else. But as a general rule, get it to your feet as soon as possible if it's in the air so that you can do whatever it is that you're going to do. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know some other mistakes that you see and put them in the comments so I can read those and other players can be aware of them. Please make sure you like this video and share it if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to Simply Soccer so you don't miss any new content we release. I will put 2 videos on the screen so you can continue learning, watching, and becoming a more impact player. And make sure you download my free ebook, which will be linked in the description below. Thanks once again for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.